Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, who is Alicia Chan from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn. My
How are
practice
you?
is fine, thank you. My practice is good. I don't have question at the moment. Ajahn, I want to say goodbye to you. I will see you next year. This coming Saturday, I will go back to my first home, Lumpur Uthai Monastery, to retreat for 29 days.
Very good.
I will come back in January. Then in March, I go back again.
Okay.
Lumpur Uthai has a stroke and cannot speak. There is no Q&A. If I have any question, can I come back and ask for your guidance?
Yes, you can come anytime you like.
Thank you.
In the Zoom meeting, okay, not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next, Professor Ken from Switzerland. Professor, can you hear me?
Good afternoon, Ajahn.
How are you? Good?
I'm fine, thank you. I came back from the monastery.
Yes, did you find it peaceful?
Yes, it was very good condition at this time because of the weather. There was very few visitors coming in, so it was very peaceful and suitable for the practice. And as well as the environment, I found keeping the 8 precepts was also very helpful, very supportive. It's much easier to keep 8 precepts in that environment than it is at home, I find.
Yes, at home there's too many temptation.
Yeah, exactly. So the practice was going well, and I'm going back again soon because I have to leave because of the limited accommodation. So some other people were coming. So I'll be going back again very, very soon to continue.
Yeah, it means you appreciate the place and find it useful for you.
Very much.
Right.
Very supportive.
Yeah, you need a supportive environment. People and the surroundings are conducive to practice.
Yeah, so I found that very, very helpful. And
yes.
I just have to bridge the gap until the next time I go. So trying to keep going.
Yes, you have to push yourself. Things don't come by itself.
Yeah. So thank you for your guidance. I was focusing mainly on the samatha bhavana and trying to calm the mind, and that was going quite well.
Yes, at this stage you should do the calming of the mind first before you go and contemplate on vipassana or on wisdom. Right now, you need the mind to be calm and peaceful and have strength to resist your defilement. So keep on doing mindfulness all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Try to practice mindfulness as much as possible, stopping your mind from wandering around all over the world, everywhere, except here and now. You want to keep it here and now, and just merely knowing, not thinking. If you can do that when you meditate, you find it easy to become calm and peaceful. and maybe the mind will become still, perfectly still.
Yeah.
You have any question?
No, I'm fine for now. Thank you, Ajahn, for your advice and guidance.
By the way, how many monks you have up there?
They have at the moment about 5 monks. I think 5 is the maximum they have.
Yeah. Did they come specifically for the Katina celebration, or?
No, these are the monks who stay there all the time. For Katina, there were several additional monks. Yeah.
And they all stay in the same building?
Yeah, they all stay in there's just one building, and the monks occupy one level, one floor of the building.
And the lay people on the other floor?
Yeah, the men are above and the ladies are below, so it's all separated out in the one building.
So you can accommodate at least about 20 people altogether?
I think in total the maximum is about 30, but in normal times they restrict the number of lay practitioners to 6. So there's usually about 10 to 15 in total.
Yeah, the less the better, I guess.
Yeah, they have a decision to, although they have more accommodation, they restrict the number of lay people just to keep everything quiet.
Yes. Good. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, keep on practicing.
Okay.
If you want to get to your destination, you have to keep on practicing. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Welcome. Titima from Bangkok.
กราบนมัสการค่ะพระอาจารย์ Don't have any question ค่ะ
Okay. Go to Stalin from California. Stalin. That's an imposing name, Stalin. Not very many people have this name.
You have any question? Just to say that I'm practicing, continuing to practice, and after the surgeries, my meditation got a little bit less. So now I'm trying hard, and I'm trying to get back to the normal meditation that I had. I don't know why that is, but I'm putting more effort and trying to get back. I just wanted to know now, Buddha is the only one who showed the way to get rid of suffering, right?
Yes, he's the only one who can find a way by himself. Once he found a way, then he can share the knowledge with others. And his noble disciple then will also know and can share the knowledge with other people.
Right.
But you need a Buddha to find a way first. He has to become enlightened. Once there's the Buddha, then there will be many noble disciples appearing.
Yeah.
But eventually, the Buddhism, the teaching of the Buddha will eventually be lost, because due to lack of interest from Buddhists, there'll be less people do study and practice, and more stick to the rituals like dana, and so eventually no one would understand the Noble Eightfold Path or how to practice it.
Yeah, in Sri Lanka, that's what's happening, losing the Dhamma. It's more of the rituals and all that. So that's
it's the same way in Thailand also, except for the Thai forest tradition. The Buddhists in the cities and towns are now more about dana and rituals.
Right.
Okay. Ajahn, listening to last Zoom meeting, I found that a lot of people are interested in understanding what this jhanic state is like and the various steps that you go through for to get into all those different jhanic states. So, do I have your permission to express my experiences going through these jhanas?
Well, if you give it short,
Yeah, I'll try to be as brief as possible.
okay.
Okay. One thing that I like to say is that the jhanas can be attained not only through the anapanasati, because the text shows that there are 42 kammatanas. And as far as I am concerned, I have used both anapanasati and the kasinas. Kasinas refer to concentrating on a disc, and it depends on whatever color you want to choose, like blue, red, yellow, green, and so forth, that is pleasing to the eye. My personal experience is that the kasinas can take you to higher levels of jhana compared to the anapanasati, which is slow to come about. And the anapanasati, some of the questions that were asked was because first you have to understand, for you to go to the jhanic states, what you are trying to achieve. Main thing being the 5 nivaranas, or the 5 hindrances: kamachanda, delight for sensual pleasures; vyapada, ill will; and also when you there, the ill will even refers to the very ill will towards you, that I can't do this, however much I try, I can't get it, and so forth. Kamachanda, vyapada, tinamidda, that is sloth and torpor, and then uddachakukucha, that is that worry and restlessness because you keep on thinking, and vichikicha. And the vichikicha part of it is not only the doubt about the Dhamma, but about the Dhamma, doubt in yourself itself. I can't do this. So if you go with that idea, you will never be able to go there. Then regarding very briefly the different stages of anapanasati, when you concentrate on the anapanasati slowly, with time, if you really concentrate without anything coming into your mind, you will realize at the very early stages that your thoughts are disappearing. Then once your thoughts are disappearing, then you are coming now towards the jhana. Really, when all thoughts are disappeared, but the thing is, there are no signposts to say, oh, I am in this jhana, I am in that jhana, and so forth. Those things are not there. It's just the mental experience that you get there. Then when you go to then they talk about Preeti Sukha. As far as I'm concerned, I never experienced that, because straight away what happens is, when you keep on breathing and breathing, you tend to feel that your breath is getting slower and slower, and also smaller in volume. It comes to a state that as if you are taking about 2 or 3, about 5 cc of air. So the breath becomes smaller and smaller and smaller until the breath totally disappears. Now, this according to the books is the 4th jhana. So there, that is with the anapanasati. But with the kasinas, this there are the kasinas, what you experience is different from the anapanasati. In the kasina, when you keep that disc in front of you and concentrate on that disc, the first thing that you tend to see is that the edges of the circle tend to start glowing, moving in a circular manner. It starts glowing. When it starts glowing, the glowing gets greater and greater, and that entire dish is like the moon, but brighter than the moon. Then with it, whatever that is in front of you, say whatever furniture, those edges, they also start glowing and tend to disappear their margins. And this glowing will continue without nothing. At the end, there is nothing in front of you, although your eyes are open. Just this glowing or this luminosity type of thing. Nothing you can see in front of you, but your eyes are open. Then you continue. Then when you continue on these things, you begin to get certain steps coming up. But the main thing is that when this happens in the Kasinas and also in the Anapanasati, you tend to realize now that your body, first your fingers, then your toes, tend to slowly disappear. They keep on disappearing little by little, and centripetally this disappearance occurs. That is, first the hands disappear, then the forearm disappears, then the upper arm disappears. Similarly, it happens to the legs at the same time. The foot disappears, then the leg, the thighs and so on, it continues to disappear. And it comes to a stage when your whole body has disappeared. And when that whole body has disappeared, you are in that state where your mind is now very luminous, but you have no you as such, or what you may say, there is no person here, but there is very acute awareness. You are acute. There is the knowing without a knower. You are not there because your Nama Rupa has totally disappeared. Together with it, the Vijnana has disappeared, and therefore this so-called person has disappeared. So because these stages are occurring from the first stage all the way to this arupajanic first stage, is because as soon as you move up, you are suppressing the five hindrances little by little by little. Higher the suppression, higher is your jhana. So when that state occurs, you will realize that gives you a very good understanding that this capital I, this person who called person or I is nothing but an illusion. Because you won't realize that at that moment, but only after you come out of that jhanic state, when you contemplate on it, what happened, what it is, you will then realize it. And of course, at that fifth jhana, or the first arupa jhana, there is only this magnificent luminosity, which I think the Buddha refers to as the Pabhasara Chitta, luminosity, with this, with the luminosity coming from a central area, which is highly luminous compared to the rest of it. So anyway, then after that, depends on for how long you are in the state. Suddenly when a thought appears, in my case, of course, I got the thought, what has happened to me? Then immediately, like snakes and ladders, you come back to your normal position. Then now, then what happens is, this is not a dream or anything, because after you come back from it, you are a different person. Because still the remnants of that suppression of the five hindrances are still with you. So you are a different person in the sense you are not at all interested in your surroundings. You are quiet and calm and no interest whatsoever in the surroundings. So therefore, there was a question that was asked, if you go to the jhana, after that will you not look at pretty girls? Well, during this period, yes. During this period, you won't, because you are in the still remnant state of that jhanic state that you are experiencing. And the length of this period depends on for how long you have been in the jhana. And you are, and even after you come out, you have no idea of time and space on this issue. And then it
Okay.
slowly wanes
Can-
off, you go back to your
Can you
normal.
summarize your speech?
That's it.
Okay, is that it?
That's all. Yeah, that's
Okay,
all.
thank you very much.
Can I ask another question, Ajahn?
Okay.
Now the 5 hindrances, are we supposed to observe that during our daily life too?
No, you don't observe them. They depend. They don't always happen at the same time. They can vary. Takes
Right.
turn coming up.
Right.
Your goal is to prevent it from arising, and one way to prevent it is to be mindful all the time.
Right.
If you
So
have
to be
constant if you have constant mindfulness, then usually these hindrances cannot come up. It's only
Yes.
it's only when you're not mindful then.
Mindful.
Don't practice mindfulness all day long.
So then you can see that all 5 are working when you're mindful. Yeah.
Sometimes you get sensual desire. Sometimes you get angry. Sometimes you get sleepy, lazy.
Right.
It depends on the condition your mind is exposed to at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're very tired, you get sleepy, but
But
otherwise.
if you have mindfulness, then your mind will not absorb those things.
Even the sleepiness?
Yes, usually when you're mindful, you're fully alert. You're very alert. Okay.
Thank you,
So
Ajahn.
keep practicing mindfulness. Yeah.
Right. I will.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Sao Paulo with Ubeka. Can't remember your name now.
Hi, Bante.
Alfredo.
My name is Ananda Bante.
Ananda.
My Buddhist name.
I see. You got so many names. What about Ubeka?
No, you give me Upeka's name. Thanks, Bante.
I see.
I have Jana, Bante, but I think that to know what Upeka is, the Arahant state, is important, but it's not necessary, né, Bante? The main practice is meditate, is calm, is jhanas, is not hindrances, né, Bante? The high levels is very good, but not important you change in words the high levels, né, Bante? If you enter in for jhana, it depends your karma. If you have very wisdom, né? If you have a Buddha, for example, have a good karma, né? And Buddha in jhana has a lot of knowledge, né? Abhidhamma and one conscience, né? Buddha in jhana, in Apana Samadhi, Buddha describe all Dhamma, né? all things of teachings of Dhamma. But I think is that the important, but if you talk to us, né? Is practice, né? But is calm, né? Is have to journey, is not have bad feelings, né? I learned the palestra of last week, and a lot of students busy with bad feelings, né? You to control your bad feelings, you have to not have hindrance, not have obstacles, né? You have to restate all days, né? Like the monks restate the Dhamma, to remember the Dhamma, to remember Sati is remember the Dhamma, né? But the Sati is attend, is okay, is Vayama Samadhi, né? Sati is okay. But other I last week I do a surgery.
Yes, how was your surgery? Successful?
Yes, very big surgery, but
Okay,
15
good.
centimeters of cut
Okay. They will keep you
Yeah.
alive for a few more years.
What?
This surgery will help to keep you alive for a few more years.
Oh, thanks, but thanks, but in 50 day, next week I goes to hospital to see the surgeon and to medical see the surgeon. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is very hernia.
Is your mind worried about your body or not?
Yes. My mind's not okay in third day, fourth day, not okay. Busy with the surgery, the body, and pain too, pain to the surgery,
Yeah.
and the cut is very big. The cut 15 centimeters, the cut, and the leg pain. Então, my mind to meditate is very difficult to meditate. It's like retire, but I did 10 years of retire of 90 days, 3 days, 5 days. And retire the first 3 or 4 days is bad, but the very thinking on but all days in 50 days or 60 days, okay, the same in my surgery, okay, is 6 days to surgery now. Então, okay, my mind is good to meditate.
Yeah. So long as your mind is not worried or is not affected by your body condition, then that is the right thing to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Because
we not.
The mind is not the body, and the mind doesn't get sick. It's the body that gets sick. So the mind should not get sick with the body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I when you see to us, you talk to us, but I prefer to meditate and to enter in calm system. My perception is false, but my perception is is not so good. My sanya is not so good, but I prefer to meditate and to calm the mind.
Good. That's the right way to do it.
Yes.
Stay calm.
The Theravada teachings is very, very good to understand things.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your input. Hope everything is going well with you.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
It's not a cancer, but it's not a cancer.
Not cancer. Okay.
No cancer.
Okay. It doesn't have to be cancer to die, There are other things. You die anyway. One day you are going to die one day. It could be another COVID or something, COVID-20 something.
Yes.
So prepare
Thanks.
for the final moment. We don't have to leave this earth, this world.
Walter. My sanya is not so good. My perception is not so good, but I prefer meditate.
Yeah. Try to meditate and stay calm. When things happen, just meditate and keep calm. And you'll be all right, okay?
Yes.
All right. I'll go to Malaysia. Alvin.
Good evening, Bante. Ajahn, good evening. I don't have any question at the moment. If anything, I'll ask you. Thank you, Ajahn. Thanks.
I'll go to Switzerland now with Claudia.
Good afternoon from Switzerland, Tanachan.
Are you in Basel? In Basel?
Basel, yes. Yeah, so far I feel very content. I'm able to keep my daily meditation minimum during the week. And I already realized when I don't have the time to meditate on weekends, my mind is already complaining. So I hope that this is a good sign. So my mind is getting more and more used to the calmness of meditation.
Yes, good. When you feel that you're losing something when you don't meditate, then it means your mind now likes to meditate.
Yeah.
So good. The more you meditate, the more you find it is better than anything else.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will give up everything and just concentrate on meditation only.
That's a very good goal.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking forward to go to the Dhammapala monastery in 2 weeks.
Yes, to stay there or just to visit.
To stay there for 1 day.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You like
So
it up there.
Sweet.
You like it up there. You like it there. Okay.
Beautiful place.
Good.
No questions today. Thank you.
Okay. We go to Celia from Peru. Celia.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, good. Good evening, Ajahn. So I do have a question. I have been taking baby steps in the last weeks on mindfulness, and it was going okay. But lately, I've been having a lot of problems in the house. Like the caretaker of my mother is leaving, and it was very difficult to find her. For some reason, I am having lots of problems with my bank accounts. It's clear for me that I'm not getting any remote job anytime soon, and we need the money. So all these big problems are arriving, and they're just like piling up in my mind. So when I sit to meditate, I can only think about these problems. No, so there is not mindfulness. I'm not really in the present moment. I'm quite worried about the future. No. So my question is, in those cases when it's very strong, the kilesas, I don't know what this is, but I just cannot concentrate. It's better to just not meditate and just focus on trying to solve the problems, or just listen to a Dhamma talk instead of sitting, or still sit and try to have at least 5 seconds of concentration with my mantra. It's like a little bit, I've lost the plot here. I don't know how to work with this, no?
You can use wisdom. If you have mental problem and you cannot stop your mind with mindfulness, then you have to try to use wisdom. Use the 3 characteristics. Everything is impermanent. Money is impermanent. It comes and goes. So it's anatta. Sometimes you cannot control it. It comes and it goes. And so too, once you don't have enough money, it will then maybe affect your body. And your body is also anicca. Your body will eventually gonna die anyway. Maybe now it's about the time for it to die. So you can see anicca and everything, then you can accept the situation. If you cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
If you can do something about it, then do it. If you can somehow manage to get your financial back into order, do it. If you cannot, then you just have to accept whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
And I have done that. I mean, sometimes when it was very stressful, I think, well, I'm going to die. I can die today. I can just die in this moment, and I'm worrying about later. But when it's about my mother, because it's really not so much about me,
She's really needs some. She's the same.
Yes.
She's gonna die also. You know, we are gonna die. We are equally the same in this regard.
But I have this feeling, and it's not a feeling. I have responsibility on her now.
Well,
so
you do what you can, see. You can't do more than what you can, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have to remember that.
Yeah, do what you can. And if that's all that you can do, then you just have to accept the reality. That's all you can do. What else can you do? Besides, no matter how you do it, you're only postponing the eventuality anyway.
Yes.
If she doesn't die tomorrow, she'll die maybe next month or next year. You just push the dead away, that's all. But eventually,
Yes.
we all will have succumbed to death.
Yes, but in my case, I understand it. But in her case, it's like I would like her to have nice end of her years of her life.
That's craving, see, and this is what's causing you the stress. See?
Yes.
If you don't have any stress, then you just don't. You have to stop this craving and accept things as they come. You do your best, for you and for her. But if anything should happen and you cannot stop it, then you just have to accept it. Then you will have no stress.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I should remember this. Okay, Brian.
See, the real problem is not the financial or the health problem. The real problem is the mental problem. You desire to do something that you cannot do.
Yes.
So you have to look at the reality and do what you can. What you cannot do, then you just have to let it be.
It's very difficult, this practice. It's more like all my life is like I've struggled so much to get the things that I wanted, and it was not about acceptance. So now that I still struggle, but things don't happen, it's very difficult to accept some things. But yes, you're right. Yeah.
If you can accept it, then you don't have to fight. You just live with whatever you have and do whatever you can. Eventually, we are gonna have to stop our existence anyway. So why try to struggle so hard for when the end is the same?
Yes, I should remember that also. I had forgotten about that. Yes. Many thanks, Rajan.
Okay. All right. But you need to do both though. Once your mind can calm down, then you should meditate to calm it further. When your mind becomes more calm, then you can more accepting it. You can accepting the truth more easily.
Yes, but I think it's going to be a bit until my mind calms down. I think, but yes, what you're telling me, go back to wisdom, even forget about mindfulness just for a bit. Maybe that will work, because yes, just trying to be mindful and trying to stick with my mantra is not working by now. So yeah, I had forgotten about wisdom. So thank you.
That's why sometimes we have to contemplate on that. When we contemplate on that, then all problems will seem to be minuscule, unimportant. When the real issue is that, and we have to face it one day. Then we see everything else as not so significant. If you can deal with the issue of death, then other issue will be no problem to deal with.
Even if I'm taking baby steps on mindfulness, still I can recollect death every once in a while. You have told me that before.
That's right. And you can recollect on death until you feel morbid or you feel bad about it, then you should stop. But if your recollection of that can help you stop your worry and anxiety about the future, then do it. But if it starts to make you feel you don't want to live anymore, then you should stop contemplating on that. Because that's not the purpose of contemplating on that, to feel like you don't want to live anymore. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to stop your worry and anxiety about the future or about the things that you cannot do.
I'll be careful about that. Okay, good.
Right?
Yes, good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Rajan.
You're welcome. Christine Koe from Penang, where have you been? You went to monastery?
Yes, good evening, Ajahn. I just come back from a precept.
How was it? Good?
Yes, good. And I try one night do not sleep practice whole night. Oh, it's not easy.
You know, as a beginner, you don't really need to do that hard. Because maybe it's not easy and it's not productive anyway.
Yes, it's not productive at all.
So just do the amount that you can do and go and increase it gradually.
Yes, sir. And next Friday, I'm going again for 5 days.
Good. Keep going back.
Yes.
It's like going back to the hospital. Your mind's still sick.
Yes.
You have to keep going back to the hospital to fix your mind. Until you have no dukkha, then you don't need to go back to the hospital.
Wow, my target.
That's everybody's target. That's what Buddhism target. To solve our mental issue, to get rid of our mental suffering.
When I come back, I continue meditate. I feel very peaceful.
Yes, good. It can help. Going to a monastery can help to push your practice when you come back at home also. But not for long. Gradually, the practice will then slow down again, and you'll find the need to go back to the monastery again.
Recharge battery.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, I will continue go back.
Okay.
Tonight, don't have question. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Who's next? 24 Chen Chiu Chun. Is this Nigel?
Yes. Because I cannot change my name, so this the name I don't want. So yeah, I'm Nigel. I'm from Hong Kong. Yeah. Today, last time I report to you that I used metta as my kammatthana, and after listening from you, I changed back to chanting Buddha in my mind, and I practice very diligently from at the time I wake up to the time I sleep. I keep on practice Buddha and fill my life with Buddha. So sometimes I will sit for very long hours, like 6 hours per day, and because I'm determined to acquire jhana in this very life, so I practice very hard. But up till now, still no breakthrough, cannot enter into jhana. Any advice, Ajahn?
Well, you have to stick to your mindfulness and not stick to the jhana. Sometimes you overreaching yourself. You should stick to mindfulness, because with mindfulness it will lead you to jhana. But if you keep thinking about getting jhana, you will not get it. So don't think about getting jhana. Just think about having mindfulness all the time when you meditate.
Okay. I mentioned last time that some Kruba Ajahn they can enter into jhana after enduring excruciating pain from their legs or some other body parts, and so I try this throughout this week, but still cannot succeed. I sit for 2 hours and then I fail and I give up, just give up.
Your mindfulness is not strong enough.
Not strong enough, because now I have plenty of time. I can sit all day long. Any advice for me to enhance my practice?
Just be mindful, be more mindful. Keep your mindfulness continuous.
Okay. And just now I read Ajahn Chah's biography, and it said that at one time Ajahn Chah, he contemplate about the pain from his leg, and then he can enter into jhana. But isn't that contemplation of pain, it is concerning vipassana. But why can this contemplation lead into jhana?
This is the method of wisdom develop samadhi.
Oh, so
Using vipassana to calm the mind.
so we can also enter into jhana by this contemplation, right?
That's right. To teach the mind to understand the nature of pain as being anicca, anatta, and that there's nothing you can do anything about it. All you can do is just to leave it alone. So when the mind understands, it leaves the pain alone, and then it can enter into calm.
I somehow summarize the success examples of some Krupa Ajahns, and they like one of them is by during this excruciating pain. Another one is like to fight against the fear of like something like tiger. Is it right?
That's right. These are usually the two issues, the problem that you have to solve. One is the fear of death. Second is the fear of pain, which the body will have to meet one day. So you learn how to cope with this pain and how to cope with this death. Once you know how to cope with it, then you will not be afraid of pain or be afraid of death.
How about what is the principle behind the by using this method to get into jhana? What is the mechanism behind? But why by overcoming the?
For people who have some jhana before, and sometimes they cannot use jhana to get into jhana with mindfulness, then they have to resort to wisdom instead. But for people who usually doesn't have any previous jhana experience, then it will not be easy for them to use wisdom to calm the mind. So that you have to depend or rely on mindfulness by reciting a mantra.
Okay, so the fear of death, because in Ajahn Mun's biography, it records that some people they are fear of the tigers, and then they keep on chanting Buddha Buddha in their mind, and they just successfully enter into jhana by this method. So, but they do not use wisdom. So, what is the mechanism behind these successful examples?
Well, each individual have different capacity on wisdom and on mindfulness. So sometimes for one person, they can use mindfulness to successfully enter into jhana. Another person might need to use wisdom. So this is not something that you have to worry about. You have to worry about what you can use to get your mind into jhana.
So, because I have plenty of time, I can go everywhere now. So, will it be conducive if I go into some tomb or deserted place to train my mind to enter in the jhana, because this can evoke my fear?
Well, you have to decide for yourself, because there's no fixed formula for everybody. You have to find out what works for you.
Maybe
you have to just keep trying. Try this method and this method, and then this place and that place. Eventually you'll find which one suitable for you. Then you go.
Okay, so maybe I will try to endure the excruciating pain once, and by strong determination, not moving my body. So when it comes to a point that it is really excruciating, the pain is really excruciating. So should I concentrate into chanting Buddha, or should I change to contemplate the pain?
That's what I mean. You have to decide for yourself.
Okay. So expectedly, I will enter into jhana by like contemplation or simply Buddha, right?
That's right.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Get Genso from Penang.
Thanks, Ajahn.
How
Good
are you?
evening. Good, I'm fine. Yeah, thank you. Listening, there's no question, Ajahn. Yeah.
Okay. Melinda from Singapore.
Listening, no question.
No, okay, no question. Kafai Lim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajahn. I have no question for now. Thank you.
Okay, Aparajita from Dubai.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Good evening to you.
I was just wondering, I was trying to also memorize, as you mentioned once, the 32 body parts. So if I take it up as a little contemplation, is it better to do it in parts or all 32 to think about?
It's up to you. But the major goal is to understand the true picture of the body, to see the true picture of the body. So sometimes you have to look at the whole picture, the whole thing, the whole body. What composed the body? There are these 32 parts. But if you want to use for an object of concentration for meditation, you can pick any part that you find it suitable for your liking. Like maybe the skeleton, for instance. You can imagine the skeleton in your mind and keep the skeleton in your mind as your meditation object. This can also get your mind into jhana or into calm. But you want to see that the body, the true nature of the body, then you have to study the 32 parts, or know what the body is made of, the parts that contain in the body. And you can do this for two purposes: to see that it's not good looking, and another purpose to see that there's no self in the body. By picking out each individual part and ask yourself, is this me? Is the hair me? Is the nail me? The skin me? Am I the skin, or so forth? If you keep asking all these questions, eventually you find that there's no you in the body. They're just the 32 parts.
Right. Okay.
Then you get a better understanding that the body is just a composition of the 4 elements that make up the 32 parts. And then there's no you in the body. The you is just your own imagination, the mind imagination, to perceive that there is a you in the body. Because you use the body to see things with the body eye, so you think you are seeing, you are in the body, but actually it's just the body that sees things, and then the mind just pick up the image from the body. The mind is actually in another sphere of existence called the mental sphere of existence, psychic world, connected by the consciousness that come and pick up the sensual objects from the sensual organs of the body, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. This picks up the sensual object of form, sound, smell, taste, and tactile object. So you want to be able to see or understand that the body and the mind is not the same thing. They are actually two distinct individuals connected by the stream of consciousness radiated from the mind.
just like constantly building this, creating this.
Understanding.
Yes.
So to get rid of your delusion.
Yeah.
Our delusion keep us thinking that the body is you, is me, is mine, it's myself. And actually the mind is the I, mine, myself, but the mind is not in the body.
Such a deep delusion.
Oh yes, it's so deeply inbred. It's not easy.
No.
It's like people in ancient times that believe the earth, the world is flat, for instance, the earth is flat. They so believe it, they're afraid to sail out into the distant, in the ocean, you know, because they're afraid they might drop off the earth at the edge of the ocean or something. Until somebody proved that the world is round, then people are not afraid to go out far away in the ocean, because they know they won't be dropped out of the world, out of the earth. Same way with this body contemplation. You keep contemplating, you see a better picture. More and more you see, I'm just the contemplating and the contemplated objects are two separate things. It's not the body that contemplates the body, it's the mind that contemplates the body, that study the nature of the body.
Okay. Right.
But first, usually we use the 32 parts for meditation to calm the mind. When we cannot focus on the breath or on the mantra, then we can use the 32 parts by reciting the names of the 32 parts. Or if you can stick to a certain part and keep the mind stick with it and not thinking about other things, then you can also get calm by that method.
Yes.
Okay. So it serves two purposes: to develop mindfulness, to develop calm, or to develop wisdom, to understand the true nature of the body. There's no body in the body.
Yeah,
The body is just, there are only 32 parts in the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Okay, go to your brother now in
Yes.
Delhi. Ajahn.
Good evening, Ajahn. Great to see you this evening.
Yes, good evening to you. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I have no question this evening, Ajahn. I'm happy listening and attending the session.
All right. And then I'll go to the next person then, which is
Thank you.
Nantali Richardson. Nantali in Pattaya, Thailand.
กราบนมัสการเจ้าค่ะพระอาจารย์ No question today.
Okay. How about you, Philip, from Malaysia? Any question?
Good, Ajahn. No questions tonight. Glad to be listening in.
Okay. Diana from Wales.
Greetings, Tanajan. I've been wondering about the difference between thought and contemplation. Do you have to have samadhi to contemplate?
Well, it's like studying something. You need more concentration when you have to study. Contemplation is the study of something. Like when you study, when you read some subject, then you need concentration. You to be able to understand it. See? If you don't have enough concentration, your mind might be reading it, but your mind might be at the same time thinking about some other thing. Then you don't understand what you're reading. So truly, you want to be able to concentrate solely on what you read, on what you think, so that you can understand what you're studying, you're finding out. So it will be more effective for you to learn by having a concentrated mind, not a scattered mind.
To have a calm mind so that the defilements don't become part of our
That's why
thought.
sometimes your defilement can pull your thought away to think about something else. Or maybe it might interfere with your study, your contemplation. And also you also need a calm mind to be able to eventually, when you find that what you study, that when you study something, you find that something is caused by that your issue, your problem, which is mental stress, is caused by your cravings or your defilement. If you have karma, you can stop, you can resist your cravings. But if your mind is not calm, you won't have the strength to resist or to stop your craving.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now go to Toronto now. Dr. Pia and Indira, are you both physicians or just one?
Yes, both of them, both of us. But
I see.
she took some time off for a time being. So helping me with consultations, other things like help pull in the office.
How are you, Tanajan?
Good, good. Thank you.
If I sound a bit tired today.
Do I sound tired? Maybe, I don't know.
You don't know, okay. I told Lindy he sounds a bit tired today. You okay?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm here. If I'm not okay, I won't be here.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a hectic week with my mother, and then somebody close to us passing away. A lot of things, but somehow managing to continue with our meditation.
Yeah. I have a question about a couple of questions actually of the previous discussion about suffering. I guess day-to-day life, we don't see, we create our own suffering. I know it's the lack of wisdom or ignorance. I think the expectation, something maybe you can see a little bit easier for our craving. In a way, subtle expectations, subtle form of craving, desire. My mother, it should be like this. Maybe she should not suffer at the end, or I should not suffer, or my finances. So it's a kind of we are expecting something, we are not getting it, and we are suffering. It's a form of craving, I believe. What are your thoughts?
Yes, you're actually facing a lot of mental suffering all day long, but you don't notice it that it is suffering because they're minor. Like you run into somebody who is not kind or who is not nice, you don't feel good already, and that's also another form of suffering, mental suffering.
Yeah.
When you're not happy, it means you're not happy with somebody or something. That's because you want that somebody or something to be different.
Yeah, so really I get this difficult patient. When I see the name, I really don't want to go see, because he's always arguing she or she. So sometimes it's because I don't want to be with the person I don't like. So again, that's my craving, desire, just vibhavatan, like not want to be kind of.
That's right. That's right. You don't want to be face something that you don't like.
Yeah. For me too, Tanajan, my thing is like with my mother, like she's been with me for 26 years. So it's all since my father passed away. So my thing is like, I always want, I'm trying my best, just like the lady from Peru, like I just want her to be happy. You're thinking her last stage, like she's 92. So it's a constant struggle. So sometimes I think listening to you, I was thinking maybe I also should just let go a little bit.
If you cannot change, I think you have the best thing is to use equanimity, like metta, mudita, karuna, upekka. I mean, in the world, like so war is going on, you can't do too much. just be equanimous to it. That's all you can. I feel sorry for the kids who are dying, but that's compassion, but there's nothing you can do.
Right, and to get yourself upset doesn't change anything.
The other thing, Tanajan, the jhana, somebody earlier on talked about like really struggling to gain jhana. I guess maybe, when Thanisaru Bhikkhu give instruction, he says, once you get the body into position, you have to get the mind into position, like starting with like loving kindness. Sometimes if you struggle too hard to gain something, that's expectation, craving, and that minds become restless. And these are the hindrances. You are creating hindrances against. So you're working against mind being concentrated in a way to gain samadhi. So you are working against it. So you without, if you expect, just be with the breath. If you expect, then you are not going to get it. That's my understanding.
Well, my understanding, the hindrances, they arise because the lack of mindfulness on your part. If you're constantly mindful, then all this thing cannot arise, cannot appear. That's why I always stress keep being mindful all day long. Sampachanya.
Sati sampachanya. Yeah, I think that leads to pure state of clear state of mind. When you sit, it's much easier when you're mindful all day long. But when you're busy all day long with some other stuff, the mind doesn't concentrate easily. So you see the difference in the mind at that stage, and you know which one to go for. But if you're
That's
not
right.
clear with,
If you want to really succeed in meditation, you have to stop working, stop doing other work, and solely concentrate on your meditation practice only. Otherwise, you will run into all sorts of hindrances.
Interesting. So some days your mind become focused and have a nice meditation, calm and happy, blissful, whatever. Then you need to go back rather than getting up quickly. Maybe just have sati, like remembering what you've done, how do you got there, what is the path. Sometimes it's very useful rather than just contemplate a bit more on that at that point, the meditation when the mind is clear. So you can try to take the same route again.
And the route is the same in your mindfulness.
Yeah.
Nothing else really that can cause your mind to become calm.
The tools you got to be there is being mindful, meaning remembering. So if you remember, you can get to the same road again, same path.
If you're mindful of your meditation object, then you will have no hindrance. But as soon as you're not mindful, then you will let the mind create hindrances.
That's true. Is the mindfulness is always your alert, right? Even if the third jhana or in the fourth, your mind, even at equanimous, you're equanimous, but your mind knows there is some alertness going on there, but you're not blanking off completely. Your mind
you're
knows,
fully aware. You're fully
aware. It's not that you're thinking, but you are fully aware. There are two different things.
Yeah, knowing. Knowing, not thinking. Knowing that there's no thinking. Knowing that the mind is peaceful and at ease.
Yeah. Anything else? We'll let somebody else.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tanajan. And you take care.
Okay. There might be more time later on if you want to contribute more.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll go to Ado now. I think Cynthia Schmidt, is this your first time to join us?
Yeah, I usually just watch it on YouTube because I wasn't in Thailand, but now I'm in Thailand. So it's, a good time. But last week I was at Wat Markjan on Tuesday, so I didn't come. But now I'm back in Bangkok again. I don't really have a question. I did spend 4 hours in the dentist chair yesterday getting drilled. And that's like the longest time I've ever sat in a dentist chair ever in my whole life without medication. And I listened to a 4-hour chanting playlist, mostly Paritta chanting. And it was very useful to keep my mind. I just did constant body scans and focused on the chanting and was able to manage a really long dentist appointment. So that was super great.
Yes, your mind, once it's calm, then it can take anything.
Yeah, definitely. Chanting's super useful. Yeah. Thanks, Ajahn.
Okay, how are you doing with your quest so far?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I had a good stay at Wat Yannasangwararam, so that was good.
You plan to go to some other monastery or more?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to, in January, I'll go to Nanachat and Wapapong, and then, I don't know, somewhere in Chiang Mai, I don't know what. I'm just not really sure.
So you're exploring places.
Yes. I'm exploring Thailand and then finding monasteries nearby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you.
Okay. Is that all? All right. I'll go to Gary now. Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. No questions from me right now.
Okay.
Just happy to be listening in. Thank you.
Go to New Zealand. Pretty late for you now, huh? 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah, thank you, John. It's just past 3 o'clock in the morning. We were late today.
You look sleepy.
We were late, but we jump out of the bed and then joined Zoom. How are you? Thank you, Ajahn.
Good, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for your teaching. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Ajahn. Not really, don't have a question.
So I have a comment, Ajahn, to the previous comment about treating people, taking care. So I've been thinking, I mean, even for our kids, we do our best. We did our best. If they need any help, we help our siblings, anyone. So other than that, I think we have to leave to their karma, right? So whatever they
That's
suffer,
right.
whatever gain. So sometimes we can't do too much, so just let it go. So this is the right attitude.
That's right. As long as you do your best, then there's nothing else you can do. Anything more you can do.
Yeah.
And you have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is we all gonna get sick and die anyway. So no matter how successful our life might be, it always gonna end with aging, sickness, and death. Once you can see the big picture, then you're not worried about the small picture anymore. And they're not significant as compared to the big picture. That's why the Buddha teaches us to contemplate on aging, sickness, and death all the time. Don't forget the big picture. Sometimes we forget about the big picture and worry about the small picture, which is not significant at all, the small picture.
Our whole life is focused on small pictures.
Yes.
So even our job and life, too much. Small
Too much on the small picture, you forget the big picture. So you have to always have the big picture in the back of your mind. And then when you deal with the small picture, you can say, oh, it's not that big. It's not that important. If you can deal with it, do it. If you cannot do it, then leave it be, let it be. You cannot change the big picture anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
So you do what you can do and then accept what you cannot do.
Yeah. And Tanaja, we have already booked our trip to Thailand, so we'll be paying respect to we were visiting you in mid-February.
Okay.
It's all confirmed, so we are traveling. Yeah.
Good. How long you plan to stay in Thailand for?
Close to 4 weeks. So we are going visiting Kruba Ajahn. So we start with Bangkok, Wat Yan. So we will join your Pindapat and also the talk the weekend.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, we did the same pilgrimage just before COVID. So we spent 4 weeks. So this time we try to visit more Kruba Ajahn. Trying to stay with Ajahn Ganha's monastery a couple of days. So we are traveling with a group from Ajahn Brahm's monastery. So yeah.
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
Is Ajahn Brahm leading the?
No, it will be Ajahn Abhi, second.
Second in command.
Yeah. So we went with 2020. We traveled with the same group but different people. So yeah, it's very inspiring to listen to Dhamma and see how the real practice in the forest, and it's so inspiring. So we keep us going. So in my job,
give you the real picture.
Yes. So our goal is like I work and earn money, and then we do this sort of thing. So that's how our life now. So, and practicing at home. So
yeah,
I think it's worthwhile. Yeah.
Hope the trip will inspire you to do more practice.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
And to see that nothing else is important as more than the practice.
Yeah. I think what we like about Thailand is, I think it's all pure Dhamma still there, because Thailand has not been a colony or foreign under any foreign influence. So is that purity still there? So no distortion. That's what we saw in terms of practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Okay.
So see you then.
Yeah, see you there. Yeah.
Next, Sri and Tan from Vancouver, or near Vancouver, suburb of Vancouver.
Hello, Tanjan.
Greetings, Ajahn.
So, what can I do for you?
Ajahn, I have a question. You talk about like when we about like the mind feeling bad, you can see right away if you break the precept. But what about like the other effects, like Buddha talk about, let's say we break the killing precept, we have a short life. Like, is that also the other effects that we not necessarily see it now, but we probably could see in the future?
Well, this is by an analysis more than actually seeing the actual event happening, you know. So we can do it after we do some analysis, then we find out that bad karma will produce bad result, and good karma will produce good result.
So that's generally it's the it's talking about bad karma producing bad results, but the result is like you don't necessarily see it like immediately, not like the effect, but the effect of the mind feeling bad about it is an immediate effect.
That's right. The result that affects your mind is, you can see it right away. When you did something wrong, you feel bad. When you steal some money, you feel bad. When you lie or when you cheat, you'll feel bad.
But the other effect is also real, right? As in like let's say you kill, you have a short life. That's also like real effect that will happen.
Well, it may be real, may not be real. It doesn't matter really, right?
Yeah.
What matters is how you feel. That's the most important thing.
Mm. Yes. And I like the talk about the big picture, about big picture, seeing the big picture, having the big picture at the back of our mind all the time is it helps with, because we always see the small picture.
We forget about the big picture, and we worry about little things like your next door neighbor doing something you don't like or something.
and always forgetting about the big picture. But that's very helpful reminder what you're saying about the big picture, keeping the big picture about aging, sickness, and death.
And your coach should be more concerned about dealing with the big picture, because once you can deal with aging, sickness, and death, and all the other problem will really be no problem at all.
Yeah. If you can deal with the big picture, the other problem, is no
It's
longer
insignificant.
Yes.
If you can accept aging, sickness, and that you can accept anything.
You can take anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for always giving us the big picture. It's a good reminder.
Yeah, we like to forget about the big picture because it doesn't make us feel good when we think about the big picture. The small picture can delude us to make us feel secure, make us feel happy. So we don't like to look at the big picture. We like to look at the small picture, like planning for your wedding, planning for your holiday, planning for your birthday party or whatever. And this is the little picture that you indulge in to forget about the big picture.
Like our mind indulge in the small picture so that we can forget about the big picture. Like it's the defilement.
Yes, delusion. Not seeing the anicca anatta nature of life. Anicca dukkha anatta of life. Keep us looking for happiness, looking for pleasure from life. When in truth, life will only give you dukkha, because life is anicca, life is anatta. So you keep contemplating, when you keep looking at the big picture, you become gradually enlightened to the truth. If you turn your back and not look at the big picture, then you're deluded or deceived by the little picture, or the little happiness that you can get from little things, like marriage or graduation, anniversary, and all these things. These are little picture to deceive you, or to not let you see the big picture. So we always hope for something good, something better, right, to come up, because we don't see the big picture. If we see the big picture, then we know there's no hope. But we don't want to be hopeless, so we don't want to look at the big picture, so we can be hopeful.
I love that.
Wishful thinking.
There's no hope. Yeah.
You can only do this if you have something else to replace life. You have to have something like meditation, have peace of mind, happiness for peace of mind. Then you can look at the big picture and not worry about it, because you don't really rely on it anymore, on the body, on life, because you have something better that you don't get from life, and that's the spiritual things that you get from meditation: peace of mind, contentment. Once you have that, then you don't worry about life. You don't rely on your well-being on life. You don't rely on your happiness on life, because it's not dependable. It's not reliable. You cannot rely on life for happiness, for security. But you can rely on your meditation to give you happiness and security. So you should practice more mindfulness and meditation. Then you won't have to rely on life to give you happiness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Ajahn. That's beautiful.
Ajahn,
Go ahead.
Questions. When we are not mindful, where is our mind? It's like get lost in the thoughts.
In thoughts, in about maybe daydreaming or anything, wishful thinking and so forth.
That we don't even realize.
Yeah, because you're in a dream. You just get lost in your thought.
And Buddha then taught us to be mindful, not sitting meditation, but during our daily life, we have to focus on our body.
Yes, on what you do, on what your body is doing.
Just to prevent the mind from going somewhere.
That's right. Prevent it from thinking about other things.
Okay. And another question is, will someone in his lifetime know where he will be going after his death, reborn? Will he know or can we see some people if they are going to be reborn in the animal realm, is there a behavior during his lifetime that we can see?
Yes,
for example,
if he acts like an animal, then he more likely will go born as an animal. If he acts like a saint, he'll be born as a saint in heaven. If you have loving kindness, you have the four Brahma Vihara, you are more likely to be reborn in heaven. If you cannot if you keep breaking the 5 precepts, then you're more likely to be reborn as an animal. Because that's the nature of animals. They don't keep the precept, right? They don't abstain from killing, they don't abstain from lying or cheating or stealing.
You can't lie either.
Only human can do this. Human higher beings can do this. If you want to be higher, you want to remain human, you have to you should not break the 5 precepts. And if you want to go higher than human, besides keeping the 5 precepts, you also have to have generosity. You have to have loving kindness for your fellow beings. Share your wealth or help other people in need. Then you will move up higher. You become a deva. And if you want to go higher than a deva, then you have to keep the 8 precepts. You have to abstain from the sensual pleasure and seek the pleasure from meditation, from jhana. And you then enter into the Brahma realm of existence. And if you want to go higher than the Brahma rank of existence, you have to develop the wisdom, the Four Noble Truths, and the three characteristics of existence. Then you will then become a noble disciple. So this is the different stages of existence that you can access through your karma you're doing in this lifetime. If you can keep the precept, you will prevent yourself from being born as a human. You will remain a human if you can keep the 5 precepts. And if you can become generous and share your wealth with other people, share your happiness, be Santa Claus, then you'll go to heaven. You'll be devas. But if you want to go higher than deva realm, then you have to practice meditation and keep the 8 precepts. And if you want to go higher than the Brahma realm, you have to develop wisdom. You have to see the 4 Noble Truths and the 3 characteristics of existence. Then you can then purify your mind.
Jhana cannot purify the mind.
Just only purify some part of the defilement. Your attachment to money, your attachment to wealth, your selfishness can be overcome by your dana, by your generosity. But if you want to get rid of all your defilement, you have to do meditation and develop wisdom. Meditation can temporarily suppress your defilement, your greed, hate, and illusion, but cannot get rid of them permanently. You need to develop wisdom to be able to get rid of all your defilements permanently. This is when your mind becomes purified. With mindfulness, the mind will only be purified temporarily when the mind enters to different level of jhanas. But when it come out of jhana, the defilement will start working again. So you need to have wisdom to be able to get rid of your defilement when you're not in jhana.
So for someone who has achieved jhana, if he come out from jhana, he still be able to break the precept.
He will have defilement working, and it depends on how much he wants to break it. It depends. It's possible that you can break the precepts, like Devadatta, the nemesis of the Buddha, the enemy of the Buddha. He had jhana, but it's not the type of jhana that he has psychic power through meditation. But the psychic power that cannot stop the defilement from working, from doing things. So when he comes out of jhana, he gets envious of the Buddha. He wants to become the person succeeding the Buddha. So when he asked for permission, the Buddha declined, and he got angry. And he tried to kill the Buddha 3 times.
There's a big precept to break.
So yes, it's possible. As long as you still have defilement, you can still break the precept. But whether you will break it or not, it depends on other factors. If you have some kind of wisdom at all or not, to know that breaking the precept is not good for you, then you won't break. If you are Sotapanna, you will never break the precept. But if you only have jhanas, you can still break the precepts. Okay.
If we if we meditate, we keep precept and meditate, but still haven't go into jhana, we still can't go to the Brahma realm. You have to be able to.
Yes, you have to enter into jhana.
Oh,
Then you'll be in the Brahma realm. Because when you enter into jhana, you got rid of your sensual cravings, sensual.
Oh, that's one.
You can get rid of your sensual desire, which is a hindrance to your entering into jhana. So when you have no sensual desire, then you don't have to seek the sensual pleasure, sensual objects for pleasure. You can have jhana as your pleasure.
Yes, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Next, Sulan, always last but not least.
Yeah, hello Ajahn, nice to see you.
Yes, good to see you too. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how are you?
Okay, fine, thank you.
That's good to know. Yeah. Yeah, actually I've been feeling a bit tired recently. Then I was kind of at work and like a lot of things to do. Yeah. And recently I've been contemplating about this, which is like I remember when I was younger, then I would think that, oh, okay, I think I know like I know the best. And then like for example the next year, then 1 year later, then I'll think, yeah, at this age I know the best. And then like then year after year, now I'm like almost 30 next year. Then I will think that, oh, okay, I'm wiser now compared to like when I'm younger. Yeah. Then I always feel that, oh, the younger me is not as wise. Then yeah. So as in, I think the what I'm trying to say is it like ego that we would think that at this stage we know the best, and then when we look back, then we think that, oh, okay, actually we are not very immature when we are younger.
Well, this is not ego, it's fact. See, the longer you live, the more you learn, right, from experiences. But what you learn might not make you wiser, or might make you more foolish. Also, it depends on what you learn.
Yes, yeah. All right. And that brings me to my next question, which is like what is a good measure of wisdom?
Is to see the Four Noble Truths, or the three characteristics of existence. If you see anicca, if you see impermanent, you see change in everything, then you're becoming wiser. And when you see that there are things that you cannot control, things that's not always under your control, and that's wisdom.
Yeah. And that means that because of this wisdom, then we won't be suffering, right?
That's right, because then you stop your desire to control things. Because you know you cannot control like your body. You know your body is temporary, is impermanent, is subjected to aging, sickness, and death. No matter how hard you try to control it, you cannot do it.
Yes.
And everything else is the same, not just the body. Your financial is the same. You can always control your finances. Sometimes you get more money, sometimes you lose more money. Everything, you cannot control them all the time. Maybe sometimes you can do it, but sometimes you cannot do it. When you cannot control it, then you get dukkha. You get stress. You get anxiety, worry, or sadness. But if you understand that you cannot control them and try to accommodate them, accept them, then you won't get any stress. Because this is the nature of things. Things keep changing. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it comes down.
Yeah.
But we only want it to go up, right? We don't want it to come down. We want our money in the bank to keep rising, increasing.
Yeah.
But when it keeps dropping, then you start to worry.
Yeah. Yeah. Like every month when the salary comes in, then
but you forget that when you die, you lose everything anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I worry. So why worry if you should lose it now?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, another question. Just now you said that like Sotapanna, that for Sotapanna, he will not make a mistake or break the precept. Whereas like even if a person reaches like attains like all the 4 jhanas, he can still make mistake just like Devadatta. Then I'm just curious whether like bodhisattvas, are they also like able to make mistake or like break the precept?
Yes, they can still break the precept, but they have this intense intention to keep the precept. But sometimes the mind might be overwhelmed with defilements, and then they can break the precept occasionally. When your mind is overwhelmed with anger or with greed, sometimes you cannot prevent yourself from breaking the precept to do what your anger or your greed demand you to do. But with the Sotapanna, you can see that the result of breaking the precept is more painful than the pain that you endure from your greed or your hatred. So it's better to stop your greed and stop your hatred. Then go break the precept.
Yes.
Because when you break the precept, you feel bad. You feel worse.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Yeah, we have another person who just Grisha, I think. Grisha, how are you? Where are you from? You have to unmute your microphone, please. There's a microphone image in the left corner of your lower left corner. Okay, on the screen.
Yeah. Thank you, Tanajan. It was not allowing me, but the host, I think, just...
Yeah, just did that. Okay, good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Where
Yes,
Where are you from?
I'm from the United States. Recently I lived in San Diego.
Okay.
And so I was spending lots of time at Wat Metta.
Wat Metta with Ajahn Jeff.
With Ajahn Jeff, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And I told Ajahn Jeff that I wanted to ordain in Thailand. And he said, you should talk to Ajahn Suchart. He said, talk to Ajahn Suchart. And so I already emailed your assistant, explaining my situation. And he said that perhaps Wat Yan does not take foreign monks.
That's right. Unfortunately, I cannot accept anybody because I'm not the abbot. And we have the abbot who's been appointed, and he's from a city city monastery, and he's not keen on meditation practices. He's more about study the scriptures and chanting.
Right.
So anybody who wants to ordain with him has to study the scriptures and do the chanting, like morning and evening chanting, and not meditation.
Right. I prefer to meditate, so that maybe it's not the best.
So you may have to go to Wat Yannasangwararam, for instance, Ajahn.
Okay.
There are some Thai forest monasteries that will accept foreigners for ordination.
Right.
You just have to go look around.
I will. I think my plan is to come to Thailand in June, and I would like to visit Wat Yan, because the assistant said that maybe it would be suitable for me to practice on the mountain, with no water, no electricity.
That's right. You can practice with us. If you're not ordained, you can stay. You can stay with us. We usually give you 2 weeks to stay at a time, but you can extend it afterwards if there's no issue between you and the monks.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah. So I think I will come and stay 2 weeks at Wat Yan and then go to the next place to ordain.
You can go look around. There are many different forest monasteries that accept Westerners or foreigners.
Yeah, I feel attracted to Wat Marpchan. I've heard good things, and it's also very close to you. It's only
a
in
couple
Rayong.
hours.
A couple hours. So that is good. So maybe I won't have to travel very far to find the right place. But I will come to Thailand at the end of June.
Good.
And I will start exploring. Hopefully I can stay someplace for the Vasa, for the rains retreat. I find that place by then. Yeah.
If you're a lay person, if you like the mountain that here, you can usually stay. But you just have to keep extend your allowable time every 2 weeks or so.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Do you have any guidance for me? Ajahn Jeff gave me this book, and I'm reading the BMC, the monastic code, the Vinaya.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm reading Ajahn Jeff's book about Vinaya. Is there anything else that I should do to prepare to go to Thailand?
Well, prepare your mind to accept things as they come.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm working very hard at this. I've been a meditator for a long time.
Don't be too choosy. Just try to accommodate things, and you'll find it easier to go on. But if you're particular, that thing has to be in a certain way, then you might find it more difficult.
Yeah. I believe that I
be flexible.
Yes.
Make your mind flexible and be able to adapt and change if you have to.
15 years ago, I went to India to travel to Kushinagar and Lumbini and Bodh Gaya. And traveling in India, I think, taught me to be very flexible.
Yes, good.
Yes. I think Thailand will be easier than India, I think.
Yeah. If you can go to India, you can go to anywhere, I think.
I think so. Yeah, India was hard. It was hard, but it was very inspiring, Tanajan, to be, especially in places like Kushinagar or Shravasti. Shravasti was very inspiring because it was where the monastery was.
Yes.
And there were serious monks practicing there. I was surprised. I didn't think there would be any sincere monks in India, but there were many sincere monks in places like Shravasti and Kushinagar and Lumbini. There were monks that were practicing well.
Good. Only experience can reveal you the truth.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, anything else?
Hopefully I will see you in Thailand in June.
Okay, take care.
Yes, take care.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we can go to Kunjuk for more questions if there's any.
Namaskaran. We have 7 questions this evening, and the first 6 questions are from Facebook. The first question is from Tanik. Hi, Bante. Can you explain steps 3 to 5 of Anapanasati? What does it mean? Step 3, he trains himself, I will breathe in sensitive to the entire body. He trains himself, I will breathe out sensitive to the entire body.
I can only explain the first step. The first step is to be mindful of your breath, in and out, and that's all you have to know.
Shall I not read the other steps then and just...
Yeah, because I don't know the other steps. Because when I do, you just focus on the breath and then it will automatically bring you through the other steps. It's like automatic transmission. You just put in the drive and then it will change the gear for you.
The next question is also from Tanik. Is it okay to have lower back support when meditating as long as my back is straight?
Well, usually we prefer not to have anything at all as your support. Well, all you need is mindfulness, really, as your support. If you have strong mindfulness, then you won't need any other support.
And the next question is also from Tanik. Is it okay to meditate sitting on a chair to avoid pain?
Well, when you first start, you might want to reduce some of the obstruction, and body pain could be one of it. So you want to maybe sit comfortably on a chair. But if you want to practice more seriously, then sitting cross-legged will be more preferable position for meditator.
The next question is from Lena. Vandami Ajahn, what is the benefit of insight in our practice?
Insight, you mean vipassana insight?
I think so. It just says insight. Ka.
What's the benefit?
What is the benefit of insight in our practice?
With insight, you can get rid of the defilement permanently. See? With mindfulness alone, you cannot get rid of your defilement permanently. You can only suppress it temporarily. But with insight or with wisdom, then insight meaning to see the Four Noble Truths and the three characteristics of existence. If you can see the Four Noble Truths and the three characteristics of existence, you can get rid of your defilement permanently.
The next question is from Nilmini. Venerable Ajahn, when I do meditation some days, the body pain comes, which is unbelievable. But when I stop doing meditation, I can't feel any pain. How to overcome this?
By mindfulness. When you have painful, when you meditate, just keep reciting a mantra like Bhutto, Bhutto, and don't pay attention to the pain. Then your mind will become calm and then can leave the pain alone.
The next question is from Aun. Hi Ajahn, I'm Boon from Penang. Can Ajahn please explain why the Buddha prefer and encourage the use of anapanasati in meditation compared to other methods, although there are 40 types of meditation methods?
I don't know, I cannot read the mind of Buddha, sorry.
The next question is from Enkit Oi. May I know how to overcome when I cannot sleep?
Well, there are many reasons for you not to be able to sleep. If you take in some coffee before you go to sleep, usually coffee will keep you awake. There might be some other issues, like you might have problem with somebody, financial problem, family problem, working problem, and you cannot stop your mind from thinking about it, then you can find it difficult to go to sleep with that also. So sometimes if you cannot go to sleep, then just accept it. Okay, if I cannot go to sleep, get up and do something, do some exercise, do some meditation, do whatever. Eventually your body will get tired and then you'll fall asleep anyway.
The last question is from the assistant Gmail, and the question is from Savi from Sri Lanka. Recently, an elephant called Mali in Manila Zoo, who was known as the world's saddest elephant, died in captivity for nearly 45 years in a concrete room, which is extremely tragic. Whenever I hear news like this, I feel so upset and feeling frustrated to realize the human cruelty to animals. What actually caused this sorrow feelings within me? Is it a defilement which hinder my path to understanding the Four Noble Truths?
That's right. You don't understand the law of karma. See, and things happen to us because it was due to our past karma that caused us to experience something bad or something good. So if you cannot accept the law of karma, then you want to change the law of karma. You want everything to be nice and good. But this is not the real world. The real world, there's good and bad things mixed together.
That is all, Ka.
Yeah. So anybody else? I think we have about 6 more minutes left. If anybody wants to ask another 2 questions, you're welcome to raise your hand. PR, okay, PR. Do you raise your hand already?
Okay. Ajahn, you talk about the big picture, old age, sickness, and death. I think it's very interesting. You need to contemplate on that. But also, there are 5 things Buddha said to contemplate: old age, sickness, death, separation, as well as the last one is you are the owner of your karma. So as you said, the first 4 doesn't look good. It's very bleak and very negative. Old age, sickness, and death, and separation. But however, the karma gives us, that's our weapon. Because karma could be good karma resulting good results, bad karma resulting bad results, good or bad, mixed karma. And the last and the final one is karma, which leads to ending of karma. In other words, vipassana, samatha vipassana. So it's kind of a practice which we can escape the karma. It's a practice is karma, and we can escape karma. So we have an option, we have a window which can escape karma. So so he has, although the first 4 looks pretty bleak and negative and dark, but there is one option for us, the karma, the escape from it. Karma, which leads to the ending of karma, all karma.
Yes, just keep practicing dana, dana, sila, and bhavana.
Yeah, one of the, I was at a funeral recently, and a friend asked me, how do I teach my children to become practice? I said, do you practice? I mean, I guess we have to, I told him the best way is to, you practice, you be the change you want to see in them. In other words, they learn, when you practice, you are much calmer, you handle their situations better, then they kind of try to mirror you. That's probably better than saying, okay, go practice, learn teaching of the Buddha. So what do you think of that advice? You think that you need to practice to show the children, right? I guess.
Yes, you have to teach by doing, not by talking. Don't do as I say, do as I do. Or don't do as I do as I say. You cannot.
That's yeah. And the final the question about the karma. I mean, we can't put everything to our karma. Obviously, there are 5 niyama dhammas. Karma is one of the subjects. So karma is also changeable. It's not permanent. The present karma, what we have is right now. But the future karma can be changeable, because that's our intention. We have choices right now. We can shape our future. We are shaping our future in this moment, right? So the karma is not deterministic, can be changed. So Buddha, if it's deterministic, you can't do much. So Buddha said, it's the intention, right? Right now.
Yes, the future you can shape it during the present, but the present you cannot change because it's the consequence of the past.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The present actually it's the immediate past. I mean, there is no something called present, but we have to take it to something as present.
But can you dilute, Tanajan, like things that you have done bad in the past lives? If you keep doing good, if you practice generosity and you...
you gain karma, jhana, sila, and even bhavana.
Yeah.
No, you cannot go dilute the past. The past is gone.
No. In the future.
No, not like that. I'm asking, like
trivial karma.
Trivial karma, like can
because
you...
it's like an ocean, like the salt. With the talk of the salt crystal simile. If you have flowing water, if you put the crystal, the water is not salt, you can drink. But if it's you're not doing karma, it's like a glass, you put the water, salt, the same salt, but it's very salty, hard to drink. So karma can be diluted in a way which by adding good results as much as good karma, good action, dana, sila.
Is that what that sutra says? That's
the question.
Yeah,
I think.
that's the question I asked.
Yes, if you do more good karma than bad karma, then the good karma will be stronger and will take effect before the bad karma.
Yeah.
But you do not
get rid of
the bad karma. It's just that the bad karma doesn't have enough strength to present its consequence yet, because your good karma is stronger, and your good karma will give the result first.
But sooner or later, you will have still the bad karma following you.
One day, when your good karma is less than your bad karma, then your bad karma will take effect.
Pop up.
Yes.
Take effect. Yes. And also, you said about the Brahma realms. Jhanas will lead you to Brahma realms, but that's not should be your goal. Your goal should be Sotapanna, because Brahma realm, unless you go to Suddhavasa, you're going Anagami, because the Brahma realm can.
That's what I said. That's why I said you want to go higher than the Brahma realm. You have to develop wisdom.
Yes, yes, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Thank you.
Quick question. Sorry.
Okay. I think that's about it for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your participation. I hope this meeting is beneficial for you and help you to advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Prajan.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Much, Prajan.
Thank you, Prajan.
Ajahn, can I ask one more question?
Thank you.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Thank you,
Everyone,
Rocco.
thank you. Thank you,
Thank
admin.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.